Today's question is about using your strong back. Hi, I'm Dr. Melissa West, and welcome to Living Your Yoga. Today's question comes to us from Shayna from Facebook, and she says, Melissa, you often talk about using your back to support your arms in asanas like victory squats and the warrior poses. To do this, you say pull your shoulder blades back and lift your arms, and pull your shoulder blades back and lie back in shavasana. How do you do this? So this is a really great question. And since we just finished filming Namaste Yoga and I'm seated, I'm going to show you the Shavasana one first. So when I think about Shavasana, I think about the backs of my shoulder blades like palms that are going to cup the back of my heart. And for me, that's a metaphor that really works. And so I'm going to try and show this to you seated first, and then I'll show it to you lying down. So if I'm sitting like this, what I'm going to do is take my shoulder blades when I'm lying down and go like that. Can you see that difference? So they start, I'll turn around and show you again. They start like this, and then they go like that. And what you can see from the front, it's like they start here and they come around like that. What you can see from the front when I do this is, look what happens to my shoulders. They really open up and rest back. Let's see if you can see that difference when I lie down. So I lie down here. I'm going to lie down in Shavasana. And I don't know if you can see the subtle difference, but I'm just going to take my shoulder blades and tuck them in underneath. Can you see that difference? I'm going to do it one more time. So let's say I just lie down. And I'm going to take my shoulder blades and I'm going to imagine tucking them underneath me like this. Can you see the difference? Okay, so I hope that answers that question. When it comes to the standing up ones, let's see if we can answer that one now. It's actually somewhat similar. So these questions do really go together. So in a pose, like in Goddess Victory Squat, it kind of happens by itself. So let's look at let's just do it with your arms up first. What happens when you lift your arms up? Think about using the muscles in between your shoulder blades to lift your arms rather than using your shoulders. So if you do that same action of pulling your shoulder blades together again, using your back muscles to lift your arms, and think about letting your arms just kind of float up so that they're suspending in the air and floating up so that your back muscles are taking the weight and your arms, rather than using your shoulders to lift them. Then your what's happening is your back muscles are holding your arms up rather than your shoulder muscles. What works really well for this, and I was kind of hoping we would get to this question while we were still outside and I could ask somebody that was walking through the park to help us with this. What works really well is if you get somebody to take the weight of your arms and hold them up for you, and then you drop the weight of your arms into their hands and squeeze your shoulder blades together so that you're no longer using your shoulders, and then squeeze your shoulder blades together, get them to take their hands away from holding your arms up, and then you'll feel your back again. Tim, would you mind coming on and doing that? No, he won't come on. So in Warrior 2, you take your shoulders again in the back. I'm hoping this is translating. And you bring them up. So you could have somebody here come and hold your hands underneath, hold underneath here, and then you would rest your arms heavy into their hands. And then before they take their hands away, you squeeze your shoulder blades together. Then they take their hands away. You take the weight of your arms again, but now you're taking it into your back. So I hope that makes sense. I used to do that all the time in my classes, go around and take the weights of people's arms. And there was just this connection that would happen. Light bulbs would go on, and then they would no longer be holding their arms up with their shoulders. All of a sudden, they would be holding it up with their back. So try and find a friend to help you with that. Take turns taking the weight of their arms. And it used to take a really long time to get people to give me the weight of their arms. And but once they did, and then you would say, okay, now you squeeze your back, and they can find their back muscles. And then, okay, now use your back muscles to hold your arms up. Then you can hold your arms up for a whole lot longer because your back muscles are a lot stronger than your weak shoulder muscles. And then it doesn't get all into your neck and everything like that. So I hope that explains it. Is a great question. It helps a lot for your standing postures, like especially Warrior 2. Warrior 1, not so much, but definitely Warrior 2, Goddess Victory Squat for sure. But really helpful for those standing postures where your arms come up and you can use your back muscles instead of your shoulders. So thanks so much, Shayna. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments below. Thanks for your questions, and you can leave more questions as well.
For more tips on how to take your yoga off of your mat and into your life, visit AskMelissaWest.com and have Melissa's videos delivered directly to your inbox. While you're there, ask Dr. Melissa West a question. She may answer your question on an upcoming episode of Living Your Yoga.